Hey, this is Dr. Noel Lloyd for the New Patient Academy, and I'm talking to a super COA who works for Drs. Brown, Dr. Melanie and Jason Brown in Portland, Oregon, and her name is Elizabeth. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am doing fine. Say, I love the COA role, and I heard that you were an absolutely wonderful COA, and I asked to interview you to give people an understanding of what COAs do, how their doctors appreciate it, and then maybe some of your high achieving goals that you've attained. So tell people a little bit about what a COA does, please.
Sure. So basically we schedule free massage events around within 5 miles of our clinic, and we just give free 10-minute massages to local businesses and educate them about our clinic and how they could benefit from coming in, and then we increase our patient base through those.
And so now you and I were talking a little bit before we started the recording, and I asked you about some of your busier weeks. So busier weeks in terms of booking new patients, and you gave me a pretty good estimate. What was your high week for booking new patients?
For booking, I would say I've booked about 30 new patients in 1 week.
Wow, that's great. Now, you've been trained at the NPA by doing online webinars and doing our live webinars and doing some coaching calls. How did that training prepare you to book events where you could actually book 30 new patients?
Well, basically they give you everything you need to know. All the training is pretty much at your fingertips, and they have great support too through email or phone call if you have any questions or concerns. So it took the guesswork out of how to do all these marketing events, and I was basically given everything I needed to start from day one and starting booking events.
Great. Now, 30 new patients, that's great. How many people, what's your busiest week of new patients showing up in the clinic?
I've had a couple weeks of 13 new patients and a couple weeks of 12.
And I know,
those are,
and if I understand things correctly, also just last week you had 10 new patients come in as well, too, right?
Correct. Yep.
And I asked you a little bit about if your doctors appreciate the work that you do, and you told me something's been happening to your patient visits ever since you've been involved with the team. What has happened to the clinic volume ever since you've been involved with the team?
Yeah, our patient base has been growing every single month. We have more and more new patients since I started, since about last fall, so at least 6 months of increasing numbers.
What would you say to a chiropractor who's considering becoming a New Patient Academy member and hiring a COA for himself or herself? What would you tell them they should do?
I think it's just a great marketing program that you have going. It kind of takes the guesswork out of the chiropractors really having to do a lot of outside time marketing, because me as the COA, I kind of am in charge of all of their marketing, so they don't have to worry about that. They can just focus on seeing new patients.
You know, I think that that's such a great answer. I really appreciate you giving me your time, and I just want to encourage anybody listening to this, if you have any questions, get in touch with us here at the New Patient Academy, and we'll answer your questions. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Sure thing.